What's up YouTube? Welcome to another video. My name is Nick, and in today's video I'm going to share with you the week number 1 recap to the $100,000 challenge that I am doing this year. All right, welcome back. So first off, if my audio is a little bit off, my mic battery ran out and I don't have any more 9 volts. So I'm sorry if the audio is weird. I'm recording through my ear pod microphone through my computer. I don't know what's going to happen. Anyways, let's jump into this. A couple weeks ago, you'll remember I did a video about how I plan to make $100,000 by the end of 2018 using an app called Mercari. Now, this is just starting out with this app, and then as we scale up, we'll move to other things, whether it be cars or real estate or e-commerce, or we'll figure it out as we go. But starting out is using this app called Mercari, and the challenge is to take $20 on the first week of April, so April 1st through 7th, and sell something. Sell something that you've purchased for $20 and sell it to make a 2.5 times profit. Then, once you have the 2.5 times profit, by the second week, you take half of that 2.5 times profit. So in this case, it would be $25 for the second week, and you go buy something and you flip that for 2.5 times profit. And then you take half of that, which is $31.25 for the third week, and you 2.5 times that. And you just do this every single week, and you move as fast as possible. And then by the end of the year, if everything goes right, you have over $100,000. It's actually $480,000, but we're just shooting for $100,000, giving ourselves a 75% margin for failure. Like, all we're trying to do is just succeed 25% of the way. In any event, we're going for 100K by the end of 2018. Now, I've actually completed both weeks, week number 1 of April and week number 2 of April, in just 4 days. And you may be asking how I did that. I'm going to share with you. Let's jump into my computer right now. So what we're looking at over here on the left side of the screen is the sales records of things we've sold. And we're starting off with this Bose Wave Radio. Now, you'll remember a few days ago I posted a video talking about this Wave Radio. I went to an auction in the small country town where I live, and nobody was bidding on this Bose Wave Radio, but I bid on it and I got it for $10. I posted it and I sold it that same day for 60 bucks. I wanted 70. The guy offered me 50. We settled on 60. And so I walked away with a gross profit of $54. I did my little 10% to charity. I did 50% for reinvest and 40% to pay myself out. You'll notice that I actually paid myself 2 times what I even bought the product for, and then I still had almost 3 times to reinvest. So then my wife took some money, took that $27, and she went to the thrift store. She went to the thrift store on their sale day, which is what she does because she's good at going and finding things on sale at the thrift store. And she called me. She said, hey, they have a PlayStation 3 here. It's pretty dirty, but it's got 3 controllers and it's got all the cables. Do you think we can flip this? And I said, I think we can. She brought it home. I cleaned it up. I got all the Cheeto dust out of the cracks and crevices. We plugged it in. I tested it. It worked beautifully. Not a problem. A little bit scuffed up, but worked flawlessly. And so I said, you know, all we need to do is just triple our money on this. All we have to do is triple our money, and then after Mercari takes their 10% fee, we will have the 2.5 times that we need to keep this ball rolling. Well, we sold it not for $63, which is the triple price, but we sold it for $105, which after Mercari's fee left us with a gross profit of $94.50. This is awesome because it means that our whole system here is working. So we're going into this week number 3. Now you'll notice this is in yellow right here because we haven't actually received the cash for this. The product is en route to the client or to the buyer as we speak. Once they get that video game system, they'll rate me on the app. I will rate them immediately, and then the money is released to me. You'll see over here on our income goal and projection using Mercari that week number 3, we're trying to go into it with $31.25. That is that's how the system is working, right? You take some money, you sell it and get a 2.5 times gross profit take half of that, reinvest it. So you see here on week 3 that the capital or the reinvest money that we need, like the basic money that we need, is $31.25. Well, we're going above and beyond that because we sold that PlayStation for far more than our goal. We actually have $47.25. This is significant whenever you're buying things for really, really cheap and then flipping them. Okay, so $16 doesn't equate to much, but $16 in the hands of my wife, she'll buy something, and we'll make a profit on it. So you see already that we're through week 1 and week 2, and it's only the 5th of April today as I'm recording this. Now, if you haven't watched the $100,000 in 39 week video that I posted, there's a link below in the description. It's actually the first link in the description. That will take you there, or you can click the card above and you can watch that video. But basically what you do, like I briefly mentioned before, you take a certain amount of money, in this case $20, you sell something for 2.5 times to make that 2.5 times profit, and then you take half of that, do the same thing, take half of that, do the same thing, and so you scale up. You scale up quickly. It goes very fast. By the end of your second month, you're spending $119 on that week to buy stuff. Now, what can $119 get you? Well, if you find $25 video game systems like we did, that's 4 to 5 video game systems depending on how much you pay for them, and you can triple that money very quickly. And then by the end of September, you're at $5,293 that you have to spend to buy something to flip. Now, that can be a car, that can be jewelry, that can be clothing, and you just keep going. You scale it up and up and up and up until, in December, you're spending $49,000 in one week, $61,000 the next week, $77,000 the next week, and then $96,000 that last week. What are you buying at that point? I honestly have no clue what we'll be buying at that point. We may be doing e-commerce like fulfillment by Amazon or Shopify store, or we may be buying, houses to flip. We may just give that money to real estate house flippers as capital, being investors in that. Not really sure where that's going to go. I can tell you we're probably not going to spend $50,000 to $80,000 in one week and then try to sell all of that stuff on Mercari. That probably is not going to happen. I don't see that being scalable at that point. So, at a certain point throughout all of this, maybe in September or October, there's going to be a tipping point where we're going to have to move on to sort of a phase 2 of this. But I do firmly believe that it is possible to make $100,000 by the end of 2018 just by doing this, buying something cheap, flipping it, selling it for triple, taking home a 2.5 times gross profit, and then using half of that 2.5 times gross profit to do it again. Do it every week, not every month, not every 2 weeks. It's got to be every week. Like any sort of compound interest or investing, the very beginning is sort of feather loaded, I guess very, very light, and it's backloaded with all of the heavy income coming in on the end. So the first few weeks, it's a lot of toil. I'd say the first few months is a lot of toil, a lot of work for little pay, little return, but we have some good stuff to look forward to. By the time you get into September, October, you're earning anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 a week if you're doing it right, if you're staying on top of it. Now, am I naive to think that this is going to be an incredible challenge? No, I know it's going to be very difficult. But as you can see over here, the stuff we're selling right now, let me open this window a little bit more. The stuff we're selling right now, we're pulling a pretty good profit on. Some of the stuff I've had laying around for a long time. So like for instance, this Wii video game, I was just trying to clear some stuff out. I bought it for $2, sold it for $4, basically made nothing. I made $1.10 on it. Not much, just trying to clear inventory out that I've had sitting around for a long time. On the other hand, I have this Ray Dunn hubby wife coffee mug set. I bought it for $10. I wanted $30, but I sold it for $25. And so I came out with just slightly less than the 2.5. I think it was 2.25% that I walked away with that. Not terrible. My payout was $1 less than I bought it for. So I'm not upset about it, but it was a good sale, and we moved that product and made money for capital to buy more stuff. And then you can kind of see some of the other items I have on here, projections of what I'm selling them for, what I'm trying to get for them. And yeah, this is sort of the system that we're working with right now. My wife has the same spreadsheet, this spreadsheet here for herself. She's doing her own set of goods. I have my own spreadsheet, the exact same thing, but we have all of our inputs as our own independent products. That way, if she makes it to 100K and I only get to 50K, we walk away with 150K. Or if we both get 100K, then we're double what our goal was in the first place as a family. So that's sort of the gist of it today. If you haven't signed up for Mercari already, I'm going to link that down below. It'll be the second link in the description. And if you put in my code that I'll link down there, whenever you're signing up, it'll ask you for a sponsor code or sign up code. Put that code in, they will give you $10 for free to spend on whatever you want on the app. It's a great little incentive. And so, you can sell stuff on there and make money, or you can buy some stuff for pretty cheap. I would recommend it. Sign up, use that code, get $10 for free just by my referral. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell for further updates as we go. There will be an update every single week to show you where we're at, whether we're moving ahead or falling behind. It's going to be totally transparent, totally open for you to see what we're doing. If you're going to attempt to do the same thing, let me know. I would love to be a help to anyone that is trying to accomplish the same sort of thing with flipping and reselling on the internet. With all of that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.